Hello, I'm Kendra and this is Hooked by Happenstance, and I am in the process of going through the entirety of my yarn stash to clean it up, get rid of things I'm not utilizing or that just don't make me happy. If they're things I wouldn't ordinarily choose first, second, or even sixth out of a box of my stash, then maybe it's time for them to say goodbye. So I'm going through and doing that. Last time I filmed so many boxes in one day and it ran a little longer than I wanted, so I cut down the footage. So that is why I appear to be a different person, because I am actually Kendra from the future. So let's go see what Kendra from the past did to go through boxes 7 and 8 of my yarn stash. Okay, box number 7 is box number 7. Okay, we've got some more acrylics, and these are in yellows and orange. So first we'll pull out the yellow things. Here we have some Super Saver in lemon, and we have some Big Twist Yarns Value Yarn in Buttercup, which is kind of a similar but more vibrant shade of yellow than Super Saver. Here we have Super Saver in bright yellow, and this is also bright yellow, and my guess is this is also bright yellow, and is this one bright yellow also? This is also bright yellow. And finally we have some Super Saver in the colorway Gold. And I will be keeping all of these yellow acrylics. Now, we're looking into the oranges. We've got Pumpkin, which is one of my favorite orange Super Savers to use. My other favorite is Carrot, which is here. And this is also going to be some of that pumpkin. So we'll keep those. And this is Yarn Bee Effervesce in some orangey color. I made an orange cowl out of this and absolutely loved it. And I made another one and I sold it. And I have one that I wear and it's so smooshy. I love the Effervesce. I have orange one and I have another scarf made out of like a heart print. Like a heart print filet crochet in pink. But I really like this yarn. But it doesn't really belong in with my solid colors. I'm going to put it in with the specialty acrylics so that it can better be used for something. Because it has a very particular texture. It has this halo on it that it's not really appropriate to be with my standard acrylic that I mostly use for things like toys. And I mean, I make shawls and blankets and whatever out of it too. But it's kind of my base color split up. It's especially important when it comes to making toys. Okay. Then we have a Red Heart with Love in the color Mango. I got this on clearance from our Walmart not too long ago. This is some I Love This yarn. I think this might have been from Jeanette, from that basket that had been up there, and it has been used for something and then got moved in here. And then we're on to, oh, there's one more thing that is here we have some Super Saver in the colorway Flame. This is like a hunter's orange, and I like to use this. I make some dolls that have overalls. I usually make them out of camo. Then I use this, and I call them like hunter dolls because hunting is very popular around here, and people like to get dolls that look like that for their kids. Okay. Now we're on to mostly things that were yarn fairied to me that I don't know whether I want to keep. This smells fine. You always gotta check sometimes. Like, I have to remind myself. I check everything before it gets added, or I even was willing to keep it, that it smelled okay, but I can sometimes tell too the age of the yarn, like if it's mine or like that I purchased myself or if it was gifted to me by the smell. So anyways, this one I will keep for now. That is just some more, it's pumpkin, but it's not exactly the same color. This is some Red Heart Wind Tuck in the color orange, and I don't know, I keep overlooking this one. There's not really enough here to do a whole toy, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the box. Also, I have 3 skeins here of the Red Heart, you know, with the old label, Red Heart, and this is in the color Tangerine. And this is back in the day when Red Heart was not pleasant to work with, and I just don't. That's basically it. So it's going to also go live in the box. And then there are these 2, which also have a similar feeling. They're just, I don't know. I think these are going to go in the box too, because I look at them and I go, oh, there's things I'd rather do. So they are going to go in the Make It Disappear box, as well as this. This is 100% acrylic with a mohair look. I don't like mohair. In fact, in going through here, I'm going to pull out all the mohair I have, and it's all going to disappear. So, even though this is not actual mohair, I don't want it. Acrylic luxury, non-allergenic for sweaters, skirts, scarves, dresses, and afghans. Would you like a skirt out of this? I'm going to just, yeah, it's going in the box. And finally, here is a skein of Big Twist Premium in the colorway Premium Garnet. And I purchased this because for a while I was making crocheted food, like for kids to play with. I would like to make some more in the future, but I bought this to make bacon out of. I looked all over and through all the different colors of all the yarn I could find in person, because I wanted to see it, to try and find the right color for bacon. Bacon is a really hard color to find, but I thought this, with a stripe of the like buff and kind of a chevron-y, like a small squiggle, made for really nice bacon. So I'm gonna go ahead and load my orange and yellow back in here and see where we're at. I'm going to try and put the similar colors together if I have more than one skein of any color. Okay, and I guess we can load all of the bright yellow in the back, starting with the full skeins, because I have so much bright yellow. Kendra, stop buying bright yellow yarn. I think I kept ending up with it from various things, and every time I'd want to do something rainbowy, and I don't know exactly how I end up with so many skeins of it, but I have them now, so. And that has opened up lots of room in here. I'm going to check my basket down here and see if there's any solids that need to get added. And we do. There's a couple. We have this gold one. And then this, I love this yarn. And there we go. And that has made that drawer so much more accessible for me. So we're going to put drawer 7 back and go find drawer 8. Ugh. Drawer 8 is fingering weight. Okay, so this actually has a lot of wool-like in it right now because I had some, and I'm also working on my cogitation wrap, so I bought more, and I couldn't find one of the colors of my cogitation wrap, the golden yellow. I couldn't find in store anymore, and they were clearancing out some of the other colors I'd bought at the same time I bought that golden yellow. So I bought extra wool-like when I was at Michael's this last time, figuring that means that they are discontinuing or at least not carrying in store the colors I already had that I liked. So I wanted to make sure I had enough to finish the project, and I was enjoying the project so much. And the other project, I used wool-like held triple to make the bottom of my Reminisce sweater. So I want to make sure I have enough just in general. So lots of wool-like coming your way. So we've got some wool-like in the color Cool Gray. And we've got Charcoal. And we've got Mauve. And we've got Purple. And we've got Sage. We've got another Sage. And we've got Chocolate. Another Chocolate. And we've got Teal Lake. Now, there's some more in the bottom here that I previously had of wool. Like, that's all new stuff I brought in from my trip out to California. So, there's another charcoal, more purple, more purple. Is anybody surprised that I have a lot of the purple? I'm not. Oh, another purple. I guess the only surprising thing is that the purple has not already all been used, right? Okie dokie, I think, is that all of the wool like? Looks like it. So, I'm going to just leave that there for right now. We'll figure out the rest of the drawer and see where we end up. So, this is, Tana is all that the label says that I understand. And there's a bunch of stuff in a different language. This is mercerized cotton, I assume, from what I can understand from that label. Made in Croatia. These I was yarn ferried by the same woman that gave me all the wool. So there is 4 and probably 4.5 balls here of this, which I think I could actually use for something in the future. The bag says it was $4.50. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this, and I guess this is the best place for it to be kept with the other fingering weight. So I will put that aside though for now. And we have a design project in process, which I like. I have written down, but there's a few things about it that I'm not happy with that I will need to frog. So I'm going to pull this project out for now and set it in its own spot to be dealt with. What else is connected to it? Is there gray? Ah, this, and this. Okay. Oh, it's connected to a gray. Yeah, the rainbow's not connected, just the gray. Come on. Disconnect yourself. Okay. So, I'm going to set this aside to deal with, because I just need to frog it and just be done with it for now, and I can try again at a later date, but it's going to set aside. Now, that does leave us with, that yarn is some Premier Yarns Cotton Fair, which is a 52% cotton, 48% acrylic, and super nice to work with if you have never worked with this before. And this rainbow we want is called Circus, which I really, really like. And I do really like it along with that like charcoal-y gray also of the Premier Yarns Cotton Fair. Where, oh where is the end? Oh, here's one end. Okay. Get myself all turned around sometimes. Don't need knots in here. That just creates further chaos. Okay. Gonna ball that up. Those will go back. Now we also have some Vanna's Choice, and this one is in the color Moonstone, and this is in the blue one. I had purchased these when I had been making patterns for the other website that I've been making patterns for. I had an idea that was going to use these, and at the time what I was doing is I had to make the item in one yarn, and then I wanted the same yarn but a different color to make a tutorial video. So I bought these together to do that, and then didn't need to do that. And so I just have them now. So I probably will ultimately make something with them together, but for now they're just going back into stash. Oh, here's some more of the purple wool-like. This is from a project I had tried doing with it and ended up frogging. Which one is, oh, this is probably from my, oh, not pineapple shawl. It was a gray and purple shawl that I frogged not too long ago. Okay, those are there. And we have some Red Heart, Heart and Soul. This is in the colorway Green Envy. I want to make socks out of this. I have 2 balls. That should be just enough to do that. And we have, this goes in the back too. There's some more Heart and Soul. And this is in the colorway Faded Jeans. I've already made 1 pair of socks. Actually, the first pair of socks I crocheted that worked were out of these, but I made some I don't know. I was still learning, so I hadn't quite figured out my numbers yet, but I have now. And I should have enough here to make at least a pair of short socks. I don't know that I have enough to make like an extended cuff or anything, but that will happen eventually. So those are being kept. And I have a little bit, these are left over from a pair of socks that I made. This is just my leftover pieces from the 2 balls that I used. So those will all go together. And here is the bits of shawl yarn that I talked about before. Now we have this luster sheen. I had been yarn fairied these as well in taupe and natural. And I don't know that I have any particular feelings on these. How many grams are in here? 56 grams a ball, it says. 2 ounces. Oh, gosh. I guess I'll keep them. I have no negative feeling of them. But if I don't use them in, you know, the next while, these would probably be up to disappear. And we have, oh, this is going. I thought I'd gotten rid of all of this. This is Elanco Solids. This is the yarn that I used to make my Lydia shawl. I think it's Lydia. It's Lydia's or Lisa's. It's an L-named female name shawl. The one that I had that has like the beads in it, and then I extended it because it had been too small. But this yarn, the hanks, they're all like, the hanks are knotted or like they're pulled weird, and it was really difficult to ball up. And I got these for $4. These were also some of the first nice yarn that I purchased for myself. I bought these at an LYS by my parents' house when I first started crocheting in California. When I went there on vacation, I wanted to buy some nice yarn. So I bought the nice clearance yarn that was clearly clearance because there was something wrong with all the hanks in this batch. So this isn't even going to go in the box. This is going to go in the trash because I fought with like 4 skeins of this already, and I thought this had already been disposed of, so that can go. Now, here in the back, we have Millend bags. I love me a Millend bag. These are just some fingering weight yarn. These are in an autumnal color, and I have 2 balls here, which I had freaker frogged out of some socks I had tried making. So they will go visit their friends so that they can all match together, and I know what I've got. Then there is this color, which I made a pair of, I was going to make socks and I ended up making fingerless mitts this winter out of, and I love it. And I actually want to use the rest of this, I think, to make part of at least the bodice of a dress coming up here soon. So I'm going to stick the rest of this in here so that it's all together. And finally, I have this Millend bag. And I had used this to play with for something, because you can see it's kind of used and frogged, but I'll just shove it back in the bag. And I've got a bunch of that too. And these bags of Millend yarn I got for a good deal. Like I think it was one of the times they were on sale for $3.99 a bag, and then I had a 20% off coupon. So like this yarn is a really, really good value, anything I make out of it. So I'm gonna stick these bags back in the back like I had them, because then I can see that they exist, but they're not getting in the way. And, oh, there's one more. Red Heart and Soul in the colorway Ivory. That will be kept as well. And finally, oh here, this is where I'll stick these. So these are the fancy yarn leftovers from things. So this is fingering weight left over from my seashell shawl. I purchased this at the, oh gosh, Village Spinning Shop or something like that in Solvang. And it was hand dyed there, and it had seashell, which is like a seaweed based product that mimics silk. Beautiful, beautiful yarn, wonderful to work with. I don't wear the shawl very much since I dyed my hair because I don't really like the way it looks with my hair, but I still love, love, love the shawl that I made. And here I have the last bits of, I want to say this is a Barocco yarn, and it's something with linen and cotton in it. And I made a vest out of it that I really don't wear often enough. I really should wear that more. Maybe as summer comes, I will. So these are leftover bits of that. Whoop. And now they are on the floor. I'm going to throw these in here. I'll put these all together. And actually, do I have any more? No, those still have mates. So I'll just leave this in here, and maybe I'll just keep my fingering weight scraps. I'll just keep amassing them so I have enough to do something with them. But for now, this will just go in the bottom of the drawer. It doesn't need to be easily accessible. And we'll stick these luster sheens and this white one back in here. And what else needs to get stacked easily? Okay. Now all of my wool-like stacked in here so that I can easily access it for my current projects. And we've got the Vanna's Choice. It can go kind of in the bottom. And then we'll put the Red Heart and Souls on the top because I would want the best access to those other than the loops and threads for making socks, which I'd like to do some more of. And these, for now, Cotton Fair, I'm going to leave out. And I will probably put them, yeah, I'm going to put them in a different spot. So I'm going to leave them out here for now. Who knows, they might end up back in this drawer. But for now, I'm going to look for a new home for them. And I'm going to put drawer number 8 away. Well, wasn't that fun? It feels so good to make progress and to make choices and to clear space. I can utilize the things that are in my boxes. I've had new thoughts of things that I want to be making. I'm holding back on them though because I have so many things that are already in progress. But it does make me happy to know that when it is time to pick another project, it will be easier to navigate my stash. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye!